Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I've got 3 plants in front of me that I do need to do a couple of bits to, and I thought I'd grab the camera and take you guys along with me as I get through a few of these chores. I've got my Miranda here that's looking a little bit sad, so I just want to get in there and see what's going on. I have also noticed that we had a bit of an accident where one of the cats knocked her over, and she's come out of the pot a little bit, so I'm just going to pop her in a bit deeper, have a look at the roots, see what's going on in this one. I've then got my Monstera obliqua Peru, so I'm just going to fill up with moss because I've realised that now that she is on a pole, she's growing quite quickly. So I'm just going to fill it up and pop a cup on instead of using a watering globe. And the last one is my Esqueleto, where we're just going to do a pole extension for this one. But before we do get into the video, if you are new here, hi, my name's Amy and this is my jungle. I create videos to share my hobby as well as document my houseplant journey. If you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to give it a like as well as hit the subscribe button for more planty content. If you're not new here, thank you again for joining me. I really do appreciate having you here. Looking at the plants in front of me, I definitely think I'm going to start with the Maranta, just because it's the easiest one to clean up after moss goes everywhere and I will have to hoover. So I'm just going to move these guys out the way and bring you a bit closer just so you can see what I'm doing. So with the Maranta, I can see that there are a few leaves that have died back. These do tend to look like some of the older leaves. I'm just going to remove the tag, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is just chop these guys off. To tidy her up a bit. Okay, so I think this is one that I think I do have roots coming out the bottom, so I'm not going to be able to just pull her out, but what I might do is scoop out some of the pon, or this is the Soil Ninja Fine semi-hydro, so I'm just going to scoop some of this out into this little container here so that I can pop these guys in a bit more uniform. And try and be careful not to disrupt too many of the roots, but it's more just so that I can look to pop her in a little bit deeper. I do have a pond scoop, I just don't know where it is, hence the reason I'm using a Biscoff lid. Okay. So I feel like just from where it's been knocked over, that's why the plant's now not sitting as it was. So I'm just going to hold it up here and then fill in what I've taken out, but I do also have some fresh washed pon if I do feel like I need any more. So this one was more of just a placement issue. Like I say, it was quite settled in here until one of the cats decided to dart into the room as I was wiping off the shelves. So unfortunately this one went across the entirety of the floor, and that was the pon, water and plant all just went everywhere. So she's looking a little bit better. So that is one done. I might add a metal stake or something in here just to help hold her up a bit while she re-establishes where she is. Figure out where I put it. So and there we have it. So that is one down, and we'll just move on to the moss poles. The next plant I am going to start with is my obliqua. Since she's been on a moss pole, she has put out this new leaf here and is on the process of popping out another one just here. So like I say, I feel like I'm just going to fill the rest of the moss pole up, just so that she's got some room to climb. But yeah, like I say, she sent out a really long runner, popped her on a moss pole, chopped her back, and like I say, in the past about a month, I've had this one, and like I say, another new leaf on the way. So I don't think it's going to be long before she reaches the top of this pole and needs an extension. But just to make my life a bit easier, I'm just going to fill this up and then keep it moist. Hopefully encourage some of the larger leaves. So yeah, we'll start with that one, and then we will move on to the esqueleto, which you guys can see in the frame. I'm just going to move myself back a bit. I am at the moment really enjoying growing quite a lot of my plants on moss poles and just seeing the size difference in the new leaves as they start to root into the pole. Although saying that, I have had a couple that seem to be extremely stubborn when it comes to rooting in. So I've wrapped a couple of the ones on my shelf in cling film just to try and hold the moisture and humidity in and hopefully encourage some of the root growth into the moss. The ones I've done that with are my Verrucosum and also my Philodendron Glorious so far. Because, yeah, they just did not seem to want to root in at all. But yeah, like I say, the Verrucosum definitely has rooted in since I've done that. Well, it has at the top, not so much at the bottom, but as I will keep persevering and see what happens with that one, whether or not the roots do eventually start to grow in or if they're just going to give up. And the Glorious, I didn't do that long ago, so I'd need to have a check and see the next time it comes to either extending the pole or watering it. Okay, so that's that one done. So it's got quite a bit more space to continue growing up. Put this one out of the way. And the last one we're going to do is my Esqueleto. Now, I know it is quite close to the camera, so you can't fully see, but this is the newest leaf that she has put out. It's still a bit soft, so it's not fully hardened off yet. But this is the original leaf that it came with, and it has since popped out these two leaves at the top. So it seems to be quite happy, and it is rooting into the pole quite nicely. But yeah, I'm going to give an extension. I probably won't fill the extension up the entire way. Just because I feel like this gap here is definitely from where it was propagating, and pretty much as soon as I potted it up, I did give it a moss pole, but I feel like this was just sent out a runner where it was just sat in moss and didn't have anything to climb. So yeah, I'll definitely fill it up at least halfway. And okay, so I've got my moss pole here. I'm going to add a little bit more into the top here. So the extension is on, and I am just going to go in with a plant stake, just so that we can pop the moss down a bit further into the pole. So with my Esqueleto, what I have been doing is as it does sort of send itself up, I am trying to encourage it back towards the center. So I am just going to use a bit of plant tape on here just to hold it central, because I don't know if you can see, but it has sort of veered itself off to one side. So I just want to try and get it back towards the center of the pole. So I'll pop some plant tape on there in just a second. I'm just going to carry on moving down some of this moss. What would you guys do? Would you fill this up the rest of the way, or do you think it'll be okay as is, and then just keep topping up the pole when needed? Let me know down in the comments, because like I say, I might go in and top this up the rest of the way anyway. But yeah, and let me just pop the lid back on my moss. And I'll just grab some plant tape. So like I say, I just want to encourage it back to the center. And that should also help with the next nodes coming into contact with the moss as well. I'll just move the box of moss out the way so I can bring this back so you guys can see. So that's her now with her extension. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you were doing anything along with me, I really do hope you managed to get everything you needed to get done, and that I at least added some moral support on that. I can't believe that it is nearly Christmas. We don't have that long to go. I think, it's 5 days from the day that this video actually gets posted. So I hope you guys are all excited for your Christmas break and the new year. I may not post a video next week. It depends on what time I have. I kind of want to just be present in like spending Christmas with the family. But if not, at the very minimum, you'll get a YouTube short that will go up on the 27th of December. Normal videos will start to go back up from January. Again, I think the first Friday is the 3rd, so that will be probably a 2025 reset, decluttering all of the Christmas stuff, and just getting myself sorted, ready for the new year. Once again though, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a like, as well as subscribe to the channel for more planty content. I hope to see you all in the next one, and I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a happy new year. Bye.